This is a training on resiliency. The purpose of this video is to explain what it means to be resilient in the workplace and provide you with ideas on how to tackle any challenge you might face. What is resiliency? Resiliency is the ability to withstand or recover from difficult situations. Resiliency helps us deal with those tough situations in life that could easily get you down. But when you are resilient, you are able to push through and succeed. One inspiring example of resilience is the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the most successful authors of all time, Rowling was a struggling single mother living on welfare benefits in Edinburgh, Scotland. Despite facing numerous rejections from publishers, Rowling persisted in writing her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. She wrote in cafes while her daughter slept in a stroller next to her and often had to make do with very little money. After years of hard work, Rowling's persistence paid off when a small publishing house finally agreed to publish her book. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was an immediate success, and Rowling went on to write 6 more books in the series, all of which became bestsellers. Rowling's story is a testament to the power of resilience. Despite facing adversity and rejection, she never gave up on her dream of becoming a successful author. Her perseverance, hard work, and determination eventually led her to achieve her goals, and her story has inspired countless others to never give up on their own dreams, no matter how difficult the road may be. So what does resiliency at work look like? Let's go over a few examples. Maybe you're just about to clock out of work when a big mess occurs. It's late and you're tired and just want to leave. In this situation, you can show resilience by staying late to help clean it up. It might be hard, but take pride in the fact that you stepped up and did what needed to be done, even when it was difficult. Maybe you put a lot of time and effort into preparing for a meeting, but it gets canceled. You're frustrated and feel like your time was wasted. This is the time to take a step back and look at the positives. Just because the meeting didn't happen doesn't mean you can't be proud of the work you did to prepare for it. You learned a lot while prepping for the meeting and exercised some valuable skills. Maybe you got a call from an angry client or customer. They're taking out their frustrations on you and are speaking down to you. In this situation, you can practice resilience by not taking this encounter personally. You know that you're not to blame. Do what you can to de-escalate the situation and help resolve the issue. Demonstrating strong emotional fortitude by keeping a calm and understanding tone is your best bet in a situation like this. Conflict resolution is not easy and is something that takes practice and experience. If you have resilience, you'll eventually be able to master it. There are several parts of resiliency, and they can actually be put into a step-by-step order as shown here. Resiliency usually starts out with a challenge or obstacle that is holding you back from succeeding in some way, or maybe some problem has emerged. As you go to tackle this challenge, you make some mistakes or errors, or something out of your control may be preventing you from moving forward. But you don't stop or get discouraged. You push through and you figure it out, and you're eventually able to solve the issue. But resilience is about more than that. You don't just forget the experience. You remember how you problem solved and move forward with that knowledge. Now, when you encounter a new challenge, which you will because we face them all the time, you'll be more equipped to handle them faster and more efficiently. Have you ever heard the expression, no pain, no gain? This is actually a good slogan or mantra to keep in mind when thinking about resilience. Pain doesn't have to mean physical pain, and gains aren't just something you get from going to the gym. Things that make us mentally or emotionally uncomfortable can also make us mentally and emotionally stronger in the end. Use your failures and hardships as motivation to move toward success. Promote your own resilience. You can be disappointed, you can be discouraged, but just remember, if you aren't failing, it means you aren't growing and you aren't taking risks. There are certain things that resilient people do. As I go through the list, take note of how many of these you already have today, and maybe some that you could work on. Remember, resiliency can be built. First off, resilient people are open-minded. They don't close themselves off to new knowledge, ideas, or experiences. They also don't jump to conclusions and assume the worst. They take a step back and look at the situation rationally. Resilient people are also patient and kind to others. This includes showing grace to yourself when you mess up. Being generally optimistic also falls into this category. People who view situations from a more positive perspective usually find it easier to get past difficult moments. Next is to live in the present. Try not to dwell on past rejections. It is so easy to let the past haunt you and discourage you from trying again. Try not to take rejection personally and think you aren't good enough. A great way that people with resilience handle this is to only focus on what impact you can have today. How can the knowledge you learned from those past mistakes make you a better, more resilient person today? Another important quality of resilient people is that they build and maintain strong relationships. Having a support system is crucial to celebrating your success and having someone there when you fail, mess up, or don't hit a goal. On that same note, it's also crucial to know your limits and consider them in certain situations. Are you burning yourself out by taking on too much and never asking for help? Resilient people communicate their needs to their team and are not afraid to address perceived limitations. The last thing that resilient people do is take time alone to reflect. This can help you sort out your feelings, think through situations, and get a clear head in order to make the best decisions. Being resilient takes a lot of inner strength, and we're only human. Cut yourself some slack and don't let tough moments or rough times get you down for too long. On this slide, you'll see some suggestions. Don't sweat the small stuff. Have an outlet for stress. Listen to music to relax. Be adaptable to change. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Take a deep breath and step away as needed. I hope this training helps you move forward in your role more equipped to be resilient.